Alright, let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Wildkeepers Rising. This game came out back on March 31st, 2025, and according to the Steam description, you will tame monsters, slay waves of enemy hordes, explore fantasy lands. Wildkeeper Rising is a whimsical action RPG roguelite set in a beautiful hand-drawn world that combines the power curve of bullet heaven games with the compulsive fun of creature collection, which is pretty much true. That's exactly what the game is. After about putting 5 hours into it, I find myself absolutely enamored with the creatures they have in the game and how they operate with you, the character. So what you see me here operating is one of the characters in the game. I believe his name is Corin. He is a sword user. Then we have Chief Aldrich, who is your spellcaster. We have Ophelia, who is a archer, and added just recently this past week into the game is Milo, a hammer user. We're actually going to be focusing on using him. You can even inspect information about them. None of this information is readily immediately useful to you right off the bat, more or less because these aren't his buffs as to what he has when he's going into the mission. These are things that he can actually earn in combat as he levels up. You level up your skills and whatnot because of the roguelite, and then that's back to you not having anything whenever the match is over. We also have over here a sigil shop. This is the place where you go to unlock abilities as you complete challenges and complete missions in the game. You can then do cool things like find things that or equipment basically that you can attach to your creatures and your character to give you certain things like Shredder, which allows you to spin blades around you, doing damage to an area effect around you, or Entanglement, which allows any creature that you summon to actually have a double that shares the same health as it. It's pretty cool. I really like this one. It's probably my favorite artifact in the game. Down here we have the upgrade station. We have 3 different currencies. You can see them up there at the top. We have the golden currency, the green currency, the purple currency. Each one of them basically covers 4 passives, such as increased damage, crit chance, move speed, block chance, health, movement speed, and that's dodge speed, sorry, or dodge, and XP radius to pick up XP from a further distance away, and XP bonuses, which is really nice as well. Basically, whenever you go out into the world, you'll complete a mission. As you complete the missions, you'll unlock new guardians. Here's a cursory glance at all the guardians I currently have equipped that we can run into in our missions. And I'll show you the world map before we get ready to start. I am going to use Milo since he is the new hammer character, and I just definitely want to use him. I love the 2D, 3D art style for the characters, by the way. They are absolutely awesome. This is the map. You'll see that we have several missions here we can click on. We have rescue missions in which we can rescue guardians. Whenever we rescue them, they go back to our base, and then we have a chance to summon them whenever we're in a mission to fight alongside us for that mission. We also have objectives here that we need to clear out as well before we can take on the boss of an area. In this instance, it was defeat the slime horror. For the next area, you rescue more creatures, and then you defeat the rock giant, which I just did. And now you have access to the 3rd zone. We're going to go ahead and work on rescuing another guardian. This one's Kifu. I don't know anything about Kifu. That is something that I hope that they basically explain a little bit better. But whenever you go to this, you can see that we're going to save Kifu up here. I believe, yeah. You can see the little icon up there above that little floating platform. That's Kifu right there. But we don't know anything about him, like what he's going to offer us to when he's on our team. I do hope that they give us at least a glance of what they do, because the only way you can figure out what a guardian does is by summoning him in another mission and or going to your spirit guardian and inspecting them there. I kind of wish I could get more of that information here on the screen, but it is what it is. Let's go and get the mission started, and we'll check out, or I'll explain what to do on a moment-to-moment basis. Sorry, I was holding back a yawn. So essentially, in this instance, we have our hammer wielder Milo. And Milo is going to work his way towards this objective that is pointing towards right now. This objective is a stone that will allow us to summon one of our guardians. We get 3 choices at a time. We can re-roll, or we can banish one if we wish for it to never show up again. In this instance, I really don't care about these 2. Velkoi basically summons more creatures to come help him. The only problem is that he likes to stand in place and stay away from you. Which means that he likes to get grouped up on and get the crap beaten out of him. Honestly, not a big fan of that one, so I hope that's something they end up fixing down the line. Kira Boom is a cat that, as far as I can tell, it does decent damage, but what it does is when it activates, every creature has its own super. The super here for Cure Boom is that it explodes and kills itself, and then does a crap ton of damage to everything else around it. And then it will revive later. Not a big fan of that one either, because that just leaves you a creature down on that one. Split is alright, but let's go ahead and try to reroll, see if we can find something that we want ideally. I'm going to go with Smack and Friends. Smack and Friends allows you to get a choice between 4 of these identically looking creatures that have different color palette swaps. However, they all do something different. Spark sets stuff on fire, Tweak weakens things, Fleck can freeze things, and Smack can give you additional crit chance. I am going to go with Smack because I do love that additional crit chance. And then we're going to work our way around the map to the other creature collector vaults, essentially. There's 4 on each map. You can have 4 with you at all times. As you can see, Smack is with us right now. And he has a red health bar, so he can actually take damage and die, but he will be revived at a time later. We can even activate him, and it'll cause him to hit enemies around him, as well as give us additional crit chance. Let's see, we've leveled up, and here we can actually get bonuses to either myself or Smack right now, which is what it's given us, or I can choose to re-roll. I'm going to go with Big Heart and get some health restoration back from Smack. Then we have Unhindered, Rejuvenation, and Thick Skin. So essentially, every once in a while, we'll also get the chance to get an ability or an artifact to equip to our characters. I'm going to go with Unhindered, and then I'm probably going to equip that to myself. You can also choose to equip it to your Guardian if you want, and you can have up to 4 Guardians, so 2 pieces of gear apiece, so that's pretty nice. We have Wally, Turtail, and Volkoi. Wally is basically a tanky turtle who's able to taunt enemies around him to come attack him while he basically pokes at them with the spines on the shell. I think I'm going to go with that one. He is actually one of my most favorite Guardians to have at the moment. And I'm having this weird issue with my mic still. Alright, looks like we have some more level up choices. Allies receive 50% bonus damage during super. So whenever he's taunting enemies, we can essentially get bonus damage. I'm going to go ahead and take that one. And, oh, we got double super here. I'm going to go ahead and snag that up. And for the moment, I think I'm going to go ahead and put that on Mac, because it doesn't do us any good to have a super, like a taunting happening twice in a row, essentially. We are going to work our way down to the next Guardian that we can unlock. We are definitely not getting that bonus damage, that's for sure right now. But as we get more Guardians, we're going to hopefully be able to take less hits overall. Oh, we did get the ability to have a revive on our character that might become useful. Max health increased by 25%. I'm going to go ahead and equip that onto myself for now, just to give us some extra survivability. And we're going to use that taunt over there on our turtle, so that way he can take away some of that enemy aggro that's on us. I do like this hammer, but again, it is slow, but we can get some benefits out of it. Eventually, I believe that there's a chance that you can actually swing the hammer a second time at reduced damage. And it does have some knockback, which is nice. Knockback is definitely a good thing. We don't want enemies anywhere near us if we can help it. I'm going to go ahead and taunt with our Turt. And we got Riza, Kiraboom, and Nipper. I'm going to go ahead and banish Kiraboom. And I want to reroll. And now, oh, we're going to go with Needles. Needles is definitely one of my favorite Guardians to have with me. Needles has Needle Tails. He can run around and sting stuff. And whenever his ultimate comes up, he basically runs around, pushes stuff back from you, and stabs them in the face repeatedly. Pretty cool. Cooldown is basically their attack speed, whereas super cooldown is how often they can use super. I'm going to go ahead and pick the reflect 25% damage during the super, or Milo's attack by a 10% damage bonus in a radius 10 meters for 3 seconds. Now we're going to go with Prickly. And then we're going to go ahead and see if we can go unlock our last creature on our team. Looks like this is a wall on this side, so we're going to have to go the long way around to get this done. So it looks like Needles is getting ready to have his ultimate up, and he'll just do that. And I absolutely love that. Hammer attacks one more time for 50% reduced damage. I'm going to take it. And Needles just cleared a path for us. I love it. Looks like we have a treasure chest over here. Treasure chest will do cool things like give you ability level ups and or upgrades to your character's passives. We'll see what we get on offer from here. I'm gonna go ahead and taunt with our turt, heal with our smack, and get some of that extra crit chance. 10% chance to stun enemies for 3 seconds. Dodgy fish, or slippery fish, gives us 50% dodge and increases it to 35% by default. Let's re-roll so we can get better ones. I'm gonna go with tornado. That allows needles to basically run around for far longer and basically absolutely destroy it. We'll re-roll. Heals allies within a 6-meter radius for 2 health a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on smack for additional healing. I'm gonna get needles to go out and stab some stuff in the face. We got attack range, super cooldown reduction. I'm gonna go, or attack size, sorry. I'm gonna go with super cooldown, because I would love it if needles could stab stuff in the face even more. And that specific level up, it didn't point out a specific character. It points out to the whole group, so everybody is getting that 6 seconds of, or 6% of reduced cooldown. Let's go ahead and re-roll. Increases the health restored by hearts by 70%. I'm good with that. And Needles is getting ready to do stabby stab. Let's go ahead and do that. Looks like we have some more options here. We have Turtail, who's more of a tank guy who does a flop, smashes stuff with his tail. Karn is a bird who does dive bombs. Buzz will turn into a literal buzzsaw and jump around. Looks like we don't have any rerolls left. I think I'm going to go with Karn. I believe he's going to be more DPS focused. He's going to run around. He's going to dive bomb enemies. He's going to do a crap ton of damage. Absolutely lovely stuff. We're going to work our way down to the chest. And what do we give this chest? We get increased attack size. Crit chance increased to 27% from 12%. Or increased amount of health. I'm going to go with the crit chance. I'm a big fan of crit chance. I feel like crit chance is absolutely 100% one of the best things you can do in the game. We can see the bird doing the dive bomb right there. Increase the duration of the crit buff by 3 seconds. Absolutely. And the bird is doing his work. There goes Needles doing some stabs. And I hope we get lucky enough that we find ourselves in possession of the ability to summon double guardians on the creature, because Needles, I would like him to have a little brother. I'm gonna go ahead and activate our turtle's signature taunt ability. More dive bombing happening. And there really isn't a reason, other than if you think there's something big getting ready to happen, to hold on to those supers. Just spam those, because any downtime that you're not using those is just like a waste of ability, basically. We're going to take that battle prowess there, and we're going to work our way towards the chest. You can see there on the top left we have an objective. It says Kifu, the guardian that we're looking for, is going to show up in about another minute. We just got to hold on till then. Once we clear that objective, the map will be over. Most of these missions are generally pretty short, all things considered, other than the boss levels. The boss levels are usually like 20-minute gauntlets, whereas for the remainder of the missions, I would say they're probably 10-minute journeys altogether. Or, you know, at max 20 minutes, honestly. You're pretty much safe to bet that as soon as these objectives pop up, as long as you get over to where the creature is that you're trying to save, you're more likely to get what you want. We got Entanglement. This is going to allow us to summon a copy of one of our guardians. I'm going to put it on Needles, and immediately, Needles has himself a brother. And they both have supers, and they both have their own individual cooldowns. Now, while they are both ulting at the same time, the cool thing about that is if I get an ability that sometimes gives them the ability to reset their cooldown, that affects them independently. So one might have an ultimate reset while the other one doesn't, and so you can stagger those ultimates. It's actually pretty cool. I am going to go ahead and take the Everlasting Heart from Smack, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just take Lightning Strike for now. I'll put that in the card. We have about 30 seconds left before Tifu shows up. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it to another chest, but we can at least try. This hammer feels nice. Milo feels good. He's, you know, he doesn't feel too terrible. He's not the best, but it feels at least okay. Reducing Needle's cooldown even further is going to be nice. Looks like we are going to be able to at least get one more chest before we have to make it over to wherever Kifu is at. Alright, Kifu has been found on the map. So if we look on the map, or even in our just middle of our screen, it does show us exactly where we go. I'm going to go and give a super cooldown boost. It looks like if we head to the northwest, we're going to be able to get to Kifu and where his little imprisonment has spawned. I don't know what those are truly called, but we're going to just say imprisonments for now. We're going to have Needles clear the path for us. We're going to increase the range on the taunt even further. I'm going to put a fire circle on our turtle there. I don't know why I don't remember the name of the turtle. Wally. But he's now going to light enemies on fire as they come to stab him in the face as he taunts them. So I feel like that's actually pretty much a perfect fit for us. Looks like we do have to make our way all the way around to the other side. Ooh, man, this one raises our ultimate from 2 seconds to 6 seconds with Needles. Go ahead and get health recovery to... Give that to Needles. Since he's sharing health with his clone, any healing that he has for survivability would probably be very helpful. And we'll have them clear the way. Again, Needles, absolutely my favorite. There's another one named, I think his name is Cole. He is a fire-breathing dragon, and he just like breathes fire in an AoE around you. I do really like that one. That one is nice. And then Reza can summon spider minions. I'll assist her. She's pretty fantastic as well. Overall, I have found that I like to vary up my team from time to time. Wally has been my like de facto best tank since I got him, but there are some other good options for him as well. We'll increase our damage even further, but Needles do some stabbing, and we are almost at Kifu's little imprisonment rock. And now all we gotta do is destroy this, and the mission is over. As you can see, we are actually destroying this thing. We leveled up as we broke it, but that's the end of the mission. Victory. We've released 15 Guardians, and we've actually managed to secure ourselves a new reroll whenever we get Guardian options. So as before we had 2 rerolls, we now have 3. And we also got a sigil unlocked. So before we go to the next mission, it's going to bring up our sigils here, and we're free to select a new option for the board to unlock for our characters. I am working towards these passes down here at the bottom that assist the rest of our team. So I'm going to try to pick one of these 2 options: 50% damage to enemies at full health, or double damage both given and taken. I'm going to go with the First Blood. And then it's going to unlock the next tier for us, since I've already selected 2 other options. And looks like we got some other options here. And I believe these are... You do have to find these in the match. These aren't activatable immediately. It looks like we did get a sigil banish from this one as well. So whenever we find sigils out in the wild, we're in a mission, we now have the ability to banish an additional sigil. It looks like we also get bonuses from these. I didn't even realize, honestly. And now that we've done that, we can even look in the spirit realm and check out Kifu himself. There's Kifu right here. It says Kifu is a fuzzy friend with a very persuasive personality. His ability is Hypnotize. I'm assuming that just puts enemies around him to a sleep. And see, 10 to 25% chance that an attacking enemy will be hypnotized instead. Size of Hypnotize super increased by 30 to 75%. And hypnotized enemies pass hypnosis to the targets 25% of the time. So it seems like he stuns enemies. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. It doesn't really say. I guess I need some more clarity on what that is, or I would have to pick him in a match to see what that is. But I believe that's going to be a quick look at Wildkeepers Rising. You're free to basically go out and complete these missions, unlock more Guardians, and then you eventually tackle along the main boss of the area before you can move on to the next region. Overall, I think it's pretty fun. I think it's definitely worth the $10 the game currently costs us right now. As of course, the game is in early access. There's a lot of things that are currently not available or empty. Like there's a site that shows weapons and something that looks like books right here. that you might be able to use in the future that's not currently available in the game. But that's part of the process, right? But that being said, yeah, I think overall I'm going to be putting more time into it. I definitely want to unlock the other creatures and see what other teams I can build. But on a creature collection standpoint, it's a pretty fun game overall. So that being said, if you like this content and you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and you comment down below. Let me know what you think of the game, and until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Later.